We've come to one of the hottest, rockiest, and driest places in all of Israel. This is the Qumran community, and the story of those who lived here during the New Testament era is a story of incredible sacrifice and a story of the incredible importance of water. If these people were going to stay alive in this place or be in a right relationship with God, they had to have water.
They went to an enormous amount of trouble to dig right through the rock. I mean, this is just incredible. They dug right through the rock, but they had to have the water. So they built a dam up here to catch the flash floods and then channeled the water down to the community as they needed it. Mainly because they wanted to be in a right relationship with God. They used the water for ritual immersion, or what we would call baptism. All right, this is where the people of the Qumran community dug an aqueduct through rock so they could have water. Now check this out. Some of the rock still has the plaster on it. It's just clay. They would have made the plaster out of the local clay because they didn't want to lose a single drop of the water if they could help it. But man, think about the trouble they went to have water in their community. But if you don't have water in this area of the world, you're not going to live. You'll have no community. So we've come to the mouth of a wadi to follow an aqueduct. We followed this aqueduct all the way up from what's called the Qumran community. They were the people who gave us the Dead Sea Scrolls. Well, they chose to live in what I would call one of the most harsh environments in the world, and getting water for their community was critically important, not only for drinking water or for cooking, but also for ritual immersion. I call it baptism. They wanted to be right with God. Now look at the trouble they went. Not only the aqueduct, we followed all the way up here. You can still see, it's been 2,000 years, but you can still see how they built it up with all the rocks to make this level aqueduct here so they could have water. It's just an incredible sight to me. This is crazy. Why would you go to so much trouble, in so much heat, working with your hands? You know, there's no heavy machinery. You just got to move these rocks and you got to ground the clay to make sure the water can get there. This community is a reminder of how radical they were committed to loving God with all their heart, all their soul, all their mind. And in their minds, with their application, they moved here, hottest place I can think of to live, next to the Dead Sea. And they made sure they had fresh water so they could stay here, because they were convinced if enough people got right with God, if they would make a way in the wilderness, Messiah would come.
It's of the greatest irony, I think, that Jesus was baptized just a short walk from the Qumran community. He was baptized in the Jordan River, claiming to be the Messiah, the very Messiah the radical men of the Qumran community were asking God to send. And after his baptism, Jesus went into the very wilderness where the men of the Qumran community had gone to so much trouble to make a way in the wilderness for the Messiah to come. The land has incredible lessons for us, and that's why we're here, helping everyone experience Israel right now.